What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. I've been getting a ton of questions about how I stay motivated with running, whether that be during my runs, the day-to-day of running, or anything in between. So today I'm going to share with you my top 3 tips I have for staying motivated with running. Before we get into that, just a quick disclaimer, these are just my personal opinions on how I stay motivated with running. They may not work for you, but I have run thousands and thousands of miles over the past 8 years, so I feel as though I've learned a thing or two about staying motivated, but yeah. One of them may work for you, 2 of them may work for you, none of them may work for you, I'm not sure, but with that being said, let's get right into it. The first way to stay motivated with running, I would say, is get comfortable with not being motivated all the time. Let's face it, some days you do want to go out for a run and you're excited to go out and get your run done. Other days, you're not going to be totally into running, right? The first step I would say in being motivated, or at least getting out the door every day and running, is just accepting the fact that not every day is going to be a day that you're super stoked and excited to run. Sometimes you're going to have to kind of crawl out and just force yourself to get on those running clothes and start the watch and get it going. Tip number 2 I have is keep your why in mind all the time. So your why is why you're running. Maybe you have a goal that you're chasing. Maybe you are trying to make varsity in high school. Maybe you're trying to get a D1 scholarship to go to school. Maybe you're trying to run a marathon 6 months from now and you're trying to qualify for Boston maybe, or run a PR, or whatever it may be. Always keep your why in mind. Even if you're just trying to stay in general shape with running, maybe you're not chasing a specific race or a specific goal per se, but you're just trying to stay in shape for running. It really helps to keep that in mind all the time, whether that be just before your runs when you're thinking like, dang, I really don't want to go for my run today, or during your run. You have to understand that your why really matters, because I mean, even if you're the most motivated person in the world, you're sometimes going to question why you're doing things, especially when it comes to running. It takes a long time to get to where you want to be with running, and a lot of patience, especially if you have really big goals and aspirations that you want to get to in the future. So to have your why in mind at all times is really a great way to just remind yourself, okay, why am I doing this? Oh, that's right, I'm doing this so I can PR in the marathon, and you know, today matters. I'm gonna get out, I'm gonna crush a day, I'm not gonna slack off, and I'm not gonna sandbag this run. I'm gonna get out and do it, because today is a small step to what's gonna lead me to my goal. My third and final tip, I think I've talked about this a little bit before in my marathon video around my house, but I like to think of running as a privilege, right? So not everyone is able to go out and run every single day. They don't have the physical capacity, or maybe they don't have the time to go out and run, or maybe there's just something in their way that's preventing them from running or getting in their workout. And this can be with running or with any sport in general, right? Some people are not privileged enough to be able to play the sport they want to play, or go out and get, you know, a proper workout in when they can. So I consider myself very lucky that I'm able to go out and run every single day and do my thing and hurt and sweat. Running is a super injury prone sport. I'm sure if you've been running for a year or more, you understand, you know, how discouraging it can be when you're injured and you're sidelined and you're not able to run. So take advantage of the time that you are able to run. When I don't want to go for a run, I'm thinking, oh, you know, I really don't feel like doing this today, this and that, whatever the excuse may be. And then I think, you know what, today I am so lucky that I'm able to get out the door and get for a run. And I'm so lucky that I have these trails near my house, or that I have my buddies to run with, this and that, whatever it may be. You can always find, I think, a positive side to look at it. Every run you do is a gift, right? Every workout and every time you hurt is a blessing. That's how I like to see it. So those are my 3 tips, but also really quick, I wanted to just talk about what motivation is in and of itself. Because when I think of motivation, I think of kind of listening to like one of those sort of sometimes cheesy speeches where people tell you, know, oh, you can do this, this and that. They kind of, you know, motivate you. I think of motivation kind of as an outside source. I'm getting motivation from something else. Motivation, I feel like, doesn't really truly come within. Motivation, in my eyes, is a temporary word. It's fleeting, it's passing. You know, it might get you excited and amped up for a few minutes when you hear, you know, these motivating speeches. It goes away. It's not every single day. What I like to think of it as is being driven. When I think driven, I think a force coming from within myself, pushing me and driving me towards what I want to accomplish. And if you noticed, all the 3 tips I just gave you are things that you yourself can do and you can do in your own head. Remember, running is just as much mental as it is physical. Just some food for thought. I like to keep that in mind. When I think motivation, it's really, I feel like, a temporary thing that doesn't really last forever. But being driven, I think, is what you really want to be. Anyways, guys, I know that's a really simple video this week, but I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys like these type of videos where I just kind of sit down and do more how-to about running or that kind of thing, or maybe you guys guys like the challenge videos better, or maybe you like just a vlog type, you know, a day in the life type video better. I don't know. Let me know down in the comments below. I'm not going to be offended. If you guys don't like this type of video, that's fine. Let me know down in the comments. Please drop a like on this video if you enjoyed it. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, be good humans, do good things, search for happiness. Peace.